Now I'm standing here at the front door because this is where one of the most important parts of your wedding day takes place, the grand exit. Now, some couples prefer to exit their weddings without much fanfare, while others do all they can to make sure it is a picture-perfect scene. And you won't believe all the ideas we have come up with just for you.
I think the key to your departure is making it about you. Bringing in your personality and adding the creativity and the charisma. What's important to you, make it fun and exciting. Unique is always great, so the more creative you get, the more memorable it seems like it's going to be. I would also be real careful with any sort of fire hazard for the venue as well as for the bride and groom. You don't want the veil of the bride to catch on fire as one of those sparklers hits her and she's making an escape. That could be a little hazardous. You know, the doves they can be, depending on who you use, again, what company you use to do this, it can be somewhat of a hazard. Personally, I think it's a little bit overdone because you saw it way back in the 70s and you're still seeing it now. So I think you could get a little bit more creative. Some of the exits I would be especially careful with the butterflies, for example. Be sure to research the butterfly farm that you purchase them from. Number one, it's a little bit on the higher end or a little bit more expensive to do a butterfly release. So you want to be sure that you have the right butterflies. Do your research because it's beautiful, but do your research that you have a good, reputable company, a farm that's been licensed and they know exactly what they're doing. Make sure that you leave enough space. So if all of your guests are creating an aisle for you to depart and leading you to your car, let's say, or your carriage, then make sure that there's enough room for you to walk there and that you're not overwhelmed. When that bird seed gets tossed or the wildflower seed gets tossed, you don't want it certainly getting into your eyes and causing you any danger whatsoever. You want to get away safely and have a great honeymoon. I think rose petals are the safe bet. The only pitfall to rose petals is that, again, make sure that it's appropriate for the venue. And what I mean by that is careful not to stain carpets. Rose petals will stain, so you don't want them to stain the carpet that you're there. You don't want them smashed. Make sure you're outside and that it's appropriate. You know, be careful with bubbles. They're cute, they're fun, you see them go, but you know, remember that the bubbles will stain any of the silk dresses that your guests are wearing, and kids love bubbles, and so they definitely can get out of control a little bit. This particular couple planted a tree and then later actually had a nameplate made and engraved that hangs from the tree in their honor, and it has their wedding date along with their name. Now they know they can come back a year later, maybe celebrate their first anniversary, or maybe 10 years from now if they're not local couples. They can come back in 10 years with their children and say, this is the tree that we planted on our wedding day. The piece of advice I would give a bride on her wedding day is just relax, enjoy the day, and just really take time to appreciate all of your own hard work. And don't forget to thank the people that helped you.